Hey, some other stuff to take a look at when you're performance building VW engines. If you're ever going to run an auxiliary pan, and I know I am with this one, so when you buy the kit, it comes with a bunch of different selections of rods. So what I've done is I've taken my my pickup tube, it's an OEM pickup tube, and then I've slipped the pipe up inside, and I'm not too worried about the length thread at the moment. I just want to make sure that I've got a good spot weld on it so this doesn't come loose and I lose it, and then of course I don't have engine oil being picked up. So over on this side here too, when you put on an auxiliary pan, they give you a bunch of longer studs. The problem is if you're doing this with the engine already assembled and decide one day, well, I'm going to put on a pan, and you go to do this one here, it's not long enough to go through the new thickness of the boss of the second pan that gets bolted onto the original oil strainer flange. So what I do is, and I've had the problem in the car, and I got lucky to actually get that nut off of there, and then I just used a longer stud in it, and I left the pickup the way it was. So on this one I've taken a flange nut, and I took the stud out and I welded the flange nut on there, wound it down into the block, and then mounted in my oil sump with the extended pipe on it, and then tighten this down tight into the block. And then I have about a good 1/4 inch of additional stud here to add on my oil pan, and again the deep. So when I put it on, what I do is measure it, and I think from experience doing these a few times, I think I'm pretty well right, because there's one tube that comes in the kit and it slides all the way into the top, and it usually gives you the exact dimension. So, but if I have to trim it a bit, I will. But again, I'll check that fit before I button it all up to make sure that I got lots of room for the oil to get picked up.